How are y'all doing, my good people? Welcome back to another episode of What Southern Therapy Podcast. I am your host, Danielle Bailey. You guys, what's up? Oh, it is the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up, cash some checks and come on. What's up, you guys? It is July 1st. We are going into the seventh month of the year. OMG. The first 6 months of the year is over and it has been hell. Okay? It is only July. It feels like it is January. I mean, not January, but December. And we only at halfway through the months. Baby, 2020 has been a month. Okay? So we are actually, it's July 1st, and I want to give some birthday shout outs. It is my big brother birthday. Happy birthday, brother. I pray that you're having a great day. And it is also one of my good friends' birthday, Tamika. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, you guys. I pray that y'all actually have a really and truly great day. Whatever it is that your expectations are for this new year, I pray that God exceeds your expectation and that you just continue, y'all both continue to strive and be great. Okay, we being great out here in these streets, even in the midst of a pandemic, even in the midst of 2020. We're still being great. So, y'all, let's just go ahead and talk about two things today. Okay, I want to talk about discipline. And I also want to talk about, in case y'all do not know, recently there was a young lady I cannot think of her name, but just Google it. There was a young lady that was in Mississippi. I believe she's in Mississippi. And so she got on Facebook Live and said that she tried to commit suicide to kill herself and also her children. Okay. And I want to talk about that incident. I really don't necessarily want to talk about her in particular, but I want to talk about suicide. And so we'll get into that a little bit later. So we're going to start into this thing with discipline. Okay. Last week I talked about just keep showing up, right? Just keep showing up. And thank y'all so much. I received a lot of feedback on the keep showing up video. I mean, not video, but the just keep showing up podcast. I feel like a lot of people are just can resonate with it, and we are just still just showing up. Like, no matter what, we're gonna keep showing up, and by y'all keep showing up, we are actually created discipline, self discipline. That right there in itself is super duper important. It is a strength, and I am trying to work my strength. Okay, I am trying to work that muscle. I am trying to become more disciplined with myself, with my eating habits, also with the way that I work. Also, just with life in general. I feel like I am going on this whole spiritual. I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, I feel like I'm going on this whole spiritual awakening journey now. And I just feel like I need to get a lot of stuff in order. Like I'm really dealing with some of the things that I'm going through, and like I'm sitting in it, and I'm trying to learn from it, and I'm trying to move from it, move on from it, heal from it. Like I'm trying to really and truly like change the way that I'm eating and things of that nature. And so like, because my body is like, I don't know about y'all, but Lord, y'all, I'm getting older and my body is just like, yo, I'm a do what I want to do. Like my body is just like, yo, you need to start doing this because what we doing right now ain't working. And so like developing discipline is like something that I feel like I went a couple of weeks ago. This word keeps dropping in my spirit, y'all. Cause a couple of weeks ago, the word dropped in my spirit because I was finna start working on my what is it, vision board. And so the word was like, your 2020 word is discipline. And I was just like, okay. Not necessarily thinking of, I was like, yeah, it's discipline. So it came back in my spirit again today. discipline. Like your word for 2020 really and truly is discipline. Like I need you to discipline yourself. I need you to take control over your flesh. That's although I feel like God is telling me I need you to take control over your flesh and get in line because I need you to do things. I got things that I need you to do, but you can't do them because you're out of order because you're not controlling your flesh. So discipline. So I really need you to discipline yourself, Danielle. I need you to discipline yourself in the time you wake up, what you like, everything. Like, yo, I just feel like God is just calling me towards discipline. And if I do not establish this discipline early and right now, like, yo, I'm gonna miss out on a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm working on it. I am really and truly working on really getting disciplined and really and truly being wise about my time and the things that I do or whatever. And so, I want to encourage you guys too. I got some steps. Y'all know when I start talking about stuff, I got some steps, okay? I got some steps and stuff like that that I want us to follow that I kind of want to talk about real quick. Um Real quick. Look, y'all, I'm looking for them now. Okay. Like, I got some steps that I really want us to talk about. So, okay, it's about how many steps, child? Um, Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm just over here like, just looking crazy or whatever. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do five steps, 5 tips to become more disciplined. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking so slow right now. I was. Okay, so number 1, know our weakness. Okay, first off, let's jump right into it. We're gonna know our weakness. Like, identify, sit down. This is what I want you to do. I want you to sit down, okay? And I want you to go ahead, pray, put your worship music on, and then talk to God and ask God, reveal to me what my weaknesses are. Like, first of all, we already know some of our weaknesses. You already know off the bat. So identify what your weaknesses are. Okay? And then really, when you identify what your weaknesses are, come up with the plan on how to eliminate the weakness, or B, how to work with the weakness. Okay, so we got to either you can eliminate it, whatever your weakness is, or B, you can figure out a way to work with your weakness. Okay, so identify, like, we have to be self-aware. We have to deal with what our weaknesses is. Like, we got to acknowledge it. We got to figure out what our weakness is. 2, we got to acknowledge that it is a weakness. 3, we got to try to eliminate it. If we cannot eliminate it, we need to figure out a way to work with our weakness. Okay. And so, 2, remove all temptations, whatever that may be. A lot of us have temptations or distractions that should not be there, but they are. So remove all of those y'all, I'm tripping. Remove all of those temptations. So we got know the weakness. We're going to remove all the temptations. And we're going to sit down and write out clear goals. Like, what is it that we want to do? What are the action steps? Okay. So write out what it is that we want to do. What are the action steps that we need to take? And when you're writing this stuff out, really and truly listen to the voice of God to see, and ask the Holy Spirit to come in and, ask the Holy Spirit to come in and to talk to you and just share with you and let you know if that's the best strategy for that. So write down your goals, write out some action plans, and then the next step is to hang them up. Hang them up where you can see them. They need to be visible. Visible. Where you can see them, where you can read them daily. Right now I'm sitting at my desk and I'm looking at this wall, and I'm going to put my my goals at that wall. So like when I cannot miss it, because every time I look up I can see it. We need to see it, we need to recite it, so that way it can get in the atmosphere, and that way it can manifest with you and God, with God in you, excuse me, with God in you, it can manifest. Okay, and then after you do that, you need to start executing. Don't give yourself no excuse. Put your head down and go. Okay? Even when you don't feel like it, keep on going. Keep on showing up, okay? Those are ways to become more disciplined. Identify the weakness, what it is. Distraction, not distractions. I wouldn't say temptation. Temptations are distractions too. And then I want you to sit down and I want you to work with God. I want you to allow him to reveal to you, the Holy Spirit, what it is that you're struggling with and why you cannot be disciplined. And then set your goals. Like, it's super duper important that we set our goals out there. Set our goals, come up with some action plans, and then get up and go. And also, one of the most important ones, even though you may get derailed in achieving your goal, even though something may come and throw you off of track, please do not get off the train. Keep on going. Just because something happened and threw you off track, or something happened and you did not you did not anticipate it may have set you back, or it just may not, it may have cost you a pretty good penny. Do not give up. Listen to me clearly. Do not give up. Do not say that this is not meant. No, do not say, oh, this is a sign from God. It must be meant for me not to do this. It's a sign. No. If God ain't tell you, nope, this is not the right way, well, then you keep on going. Keep on going. Cry, scream, yell, holler, punch a punching bag, punch a bed, whatever it is that you need to do to get your frustration out. Grieve. If you need to grieve the loss of whatever it is that you thought was supposed to take you to your final destination, I need you to grieve then. But get back up. Okay? I need you to grieve, but get back up and get back in the saddle. I remember TD Jakes said, be married to the vision, but don't be married to the vehicle that's going to get you to the vision. And I was just like, oh my God, today, because we don't know God's plans for our life. So there are going to be some ups and some downs and some twists and some turns, but we give up because we be like, oh, maybe that's not for me. But God is like, nah, I need you. It's for you. But I need you to go through this. I need you to learn from this. I need you to do this for me. I need you to do, like, yo, God is still saying, I can use this. Everything that you're going through, it's a purpose. It's a plan. So develop some self-discipline. Okay, y'all? So that's for self-discipline. Next up, I want to talk about the young lady from Mississippi. I want to talk about suicide. I'm going to actually make sure I link the suicide number, the suicide hotline number. And I'm not going to go too far into it today because, like, I just want to mention some stuff. So, I did not watch the video. Let me say this. I did not watch the video of the young lady saying that she was going to kill herself. I did. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I deal with people on a daily basis. I'm not new to this. I am true to this, in the words of Rachel. So I did not watch the video of the young lady saying that she was going to kill herself and kill her children. I just read some of the comments, and some of the comments is what really and truly disturbed me. That people were being so insensitive. And, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I want to make sure I make this clear. I don't care why she was going to commit suicide. My point is basically about suicide, and I'm just using her as an example. I don't I'm not necessarily using, because I know people are going to say, well, she recanted her story or she shouldn't have done this. But I want to talk about suicide, and I want to talk about that within the African American community, because people are acting as if suicide is not in the African American community. Oh, they're like really and truly, like, they talk down on her, they bashed her and everything. And like, I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that. Like, suicide is real. Suicide within the African American community is also real. And if we be true to ourselves, suicide is more common, or more common than we think. Suicidal ideations is very common. Suicidal ideations is the thought of suicide. You're just thinking about it. They are very common. You got some people that when you become overwhelmed or when you become so stressed, you be like, Lord, I wish I was not here anymore, or I'll run my car off the road so that I can die, whatever, whatever. Like, those type of thoughts that you ain't telling nobody, that you keeping to yourself. Or Lord, I'll slip my wrist, or either I'll slip my wrist and just watch the blood and just bleed on out, or Lord, I would cut my neck, or Lord, I will blow my brain, whatever it is. Like, yo, those are suicide ideations, but you ain't telling nobody about them though. Like, they just between you and God, but you're not telling nobody out about that, but you're also judging this sister because she going through, and she got on Facebook and she made a goodbye video. Like, yo, it is common. We are going through a pandemic, and we are also going through we are almost going through a damn civil war. I'm sorry. We're about to go through another civil war. So the amount of feelings that are going on. We are in the house. It's a pandemic. People don't have no jobs. Like, yo, suicide is rampant. Suicide ideation is running rampant right about now. Because some people don't see no way, no end out. But here we go. We bashing the girl because she got on Facebook and she decided that she had enough. Yo, if we look at our lives and the amount of stress that we are under, bruh, the amount of stress that we under, that everybody under, trying to keep it together. Like, let's really be human, and let's really think about, like, a lot of us are barely making it. A lot of us are on the edge. If you blow, I'm gone. Like, it's real out here. So, like, don't judge her or don't criticize her for her actions. If anything, you pray for her, or you have empathy for her. And I know that a lot of people are like, well, she shouldn't have took them kids. What you know about her support system? Help me understand. Maybe she didn't think that nobody would take care of her kids. Maybe that's why she felt like she needed to take them out too with her. Like, we don't know. We don't know. So, like, yo, don't be so quick to judge when you have your own thoughts and you don't tell nobody. When you have your own stress. Like, yo, don't. Statistics shows, or statistics is like our is going to project that there are going to be more suicides if the pandemic continue to go on longer. People will commit suicide because people don't have a job. People can't take care of their families. It's rough. It's hard out here. So, like, before you are so quick to judge. And some people experience severe depression. Depression, a lot of people like, oh, depression is real, anxiety is real. It is. So why, when you say it's real, you can't extend the same grace for when that young lady was going through what she was going through? Like, we have to stop being so judgmental as a people and be more willing to help, more willing to pray for somebody, more willing to get in the trenches with what they going through, with us being able to comfort her, with us taking people to go and seek professional help. Okay? Like, we gotta do better as a people, man. We are so quick to judge the next person before trying to even get an understanding of what they're going through. Because if you look at your own life and you sit in your own life, you going through yourself. Yeah, you may not tell nobody. Yeah, your coping mechanism may be a little bit different than hers. But truth be told, like, yo, you may not. I said this on Facebook because I did a whole video on my Facebook page. Danielle Bailey. She chose suicide as a coping skill. What is your coping skill? And a coping skill is basically something that you do to handle your stress. So a lot of people coping skills are when they get overwhelmed or when they get stressed. What is your coping skill? Some people coping skills is sex. You going out here, you having sex with each and every last anybody that want to give it. So, like, or you're going back and forth with this guy or a girl that is toxic and that don't mean you no good, but you keep going there because you are not dealing with the issues that are going on, but you keep going back to that person because it's a good distraction. But that person, you could get a STD from that person that'll kill you. Suicide for her was instant, but your death is prolonged. So, like, what is your coping skill? Drugs? You pop pills? You drink alcohol? That's your coping skill that don't nobody know about? What is your coping skill that don't nobody know about that you're doing that is not good for you and that is killing you slowly? What is it? Mine is food. That's my coping skill. Let me be real with you. Mine is food. And if I don't get a hold of it right now, it is going to kill me. When I get stressed, sometimes I eat. So, what is your coping skill? Don't be so quick to judge the next person. Especially when you yourself, oh, well, I ain't gonna never get that bad. Don't say never. Don't say never. A lot of people, I never do that. I'll never do that. You don't know what you're going to do in a situation where you cannot control it. You don't know what you're going to do, man. Oh, she should have known better. Oh, she shouldn't have did this. Or, like, yo, stop it with the shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff. It's real out here. It is real life. Real life. And the world gets heavy when it's on your shoulders. I am a living witness that the world can get heavy on my shoulders. And that it's difficult at times. When you're trying to have good days, you're trying to have more good days than bad days. Or when things are going wrong, haywire, or when you're becoming overwhelmed, or when you're becoming stressed. What? It is life. We are human. So we need to have a little bit, or not a little bit, we need to have more empathy for people. And stop judging them and stop putting them down for their decision. But instead, let's see if we can reach out our hand to our fellow man. The Bible verse, and I know I'm going to butcher it. When God said, when I was naked, Did you clothe me? When I was hungry, did you feed me? We are the hands and the arms. We are the hands, the arms, the feet of God. So we should be reaching out to help our fellow man instead of condemning them and throwing them in a sea of forgiveness, not forgiveness, but just instead of like destroying them even more, causing more problems. We need to really help them. Okay? So, nonetheless, y'all, thank y'all so much for this is actually the end of the podcast. Thank y'all so much for listening to me. I just really want to leave that with y'all. I want to leave discipline with y'all, and I want to also leave empathy. Please be cautious. Please be careful. Love people a little bit more. Love on your family a little bit more. It's a lot of oppression, depression, anxiety, the pandemic. Love on our people more, because people are dying. Dying. When I say dying, I mean dying. Like I tell people all the time, I no longer ask who died, I ask how many died. That's how we're leaving. I really and truly think that the world is almost coming to an end. Tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. So nonetheless, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. I pray that y'all remain safe, and I will talk to y'all later. And the number for the suicide hotline is I'm also gonna put it in the description box, because I want to make sure that if y'all need it, please call call the number. Okay, so the number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Again, it's 1-800-273-8255. You can call them and you can chat any time of the night. They got people on staff that'll be able to help you. All right, nonetheless, love y'all. Y'all be easy. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all next week. Bye, y'all.